if they report, do they report to? How can you have? Just say the guy came from an operating background. He's going to be more conservative than a guy from a sales side.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have to do with the estimate? Is he going to get into that estimate? What he's going to do, he's going to know the intelligence about, well, there's only 2 bidders, 3 bidders, raise the price. Raise your margin. He can raise our margin. But let me tell you, the BD guy should know that. The account manager is just going into knowing what projects are coming up, who maybe the decision makers are, for the BD guy to close it, or the CEO to close it, the head of sales to close it, or whatever. He's not the closer of any work. If he's not the closer, how can you be held for the margin? When the say the margin was 10%, and the closer goes in, and the customer, I'm not buying it. I need X amount. All right, we'll go to 8. So the BD guy tells the CEO or the set sale, that's 8. And what's the account manager going to say? Don't cut it to 8? He's going to say, yeah, everyone gets the work. Yeah. So you don't have two. Now, there's other ways you might want to measure the account manager, other KPIs. So, we can discuss that.
Yeah, what would some of those be besides revenue growth?
Well, basically, number of projects bid, size of their capital budgets. Again, they're not controlled on that. But again, if they're an account manager, then the client should be big enough, which does drive it, all that. I even had a number of times a meeting that they set up meetings high level of the company with the operating leads of the company. Like, in other words, my account manager, he would have to set up 4 times with me with the head of, with the CEO of Exxon. And I would go there, 4 times. And then, if he's not setting up, he's saying, the Exxon guy's too busy. No, it's not going to work for me, set up trips overseas. I measure him more on the ability to get in and knowing what's going on in the company. So your KPI, again, I don't know all your product and services, so I think you can come up with what you think drives your company on that to set the KPIs. Mm-hmm. But again, one of the KPIs was meeting with senior. How do you measure this guy? He could be sitting there not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
But he should have 4 high-level meetings a year with the CEO. If he's not an account manager. Okay. So there's ways to do all that.
How would you? Is there a sort of what have you found to be successful as far as the split between variable versus fixed comp with somebody in this role?
Variable and fixed comp in the account management.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have an answer. I think what the answer is, he would be comped the same way. Again, I don't know how you set up as a senior region manager in charge of P&L for sales, or whoever's in charge of that sales group. So, usually you have a base salary. It could be up to 50% of the base salary, and part of the KPI is to get the 50%. But if your regional guys are getting 100%, maybe you put them at 100% if he meets the KPIs of it, and your overall company meets the KPIs.
Yeah. So you would include in their comp, like either group level or enterprise level performance?
Yes. But again, since earlier, I think Kevin stated that, some guys report to an operation guy, some point sales guy. Well, there's different comp levels when you start doing that to other people, and you go, wait a second, this is getting all, you got to make it one. You got to report to one type of area, an account manager. Yeah, he might be a good PM at the time. He's now in account management, but now that's reporting on the sales side. Well, there shouldn't be any problem with that, because from the PM side, operation side, there's different bonuses, different drivers. I'm sure your company has that. They're not all the same.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. If they are, then they are. Then it's okay, and you might answer your own question.
One question that comes to mind, and CB and I and Bechtel, have also grown through acquisitions, and we have too, and so we have very different legacy